Well, we certainly are working under a shortage of supplies, PPEs, personal protection equipment. As you know, we were approved for 4 sites, 2 in the city, 2 in Harris County. We have set up one of the sites in the city of Houston, which is standing and has been in place since, I want to say, Friday of last week. And then the county has stood up 2 sites, so there are a total of 3. All 3 of those sites, I believe, are continuing to function, testing sites today, but whether or not we'll be able to continue tomorrow is highly problematic because we've been waiting on a shipment of PPEs to come into the city of Houston. And to further elaborate on that, let me yield to Dr. Purse, who can speak more specifically on that topic.
Thank you, Mayor. And it's a good question. I think you need to keep in mind that there are multiple things that need to be available in order for the testing site to go. So we've talked a lot about the swabs and the viral media. We've talked a lot about N95 masks. And there are other things that we need, the gowns, the gloves. One thing is, which the public may not be aware of, is that after we take the sample, the viral media with the swab, and it needs to be kept cool. So one of the things that we've come up against that you may not have expected would have been a problem is the coolers and the bags. There's special cooling bags that they need to be kept in. We think we've got that problem solved, but my point is that there are many, many links in that chain, and when any one of them becomes short, it can bring the whole system to a grind. I want to thank the public who has stood up. We've got a number of folks in the public who have come forward with N95 masks and other personal protective equipment and donated it to hospitals and to the city, and that has helped us bridge the gap between what FEMA has supplied and kept us going. So I want to thank the media for getting that word out, and I want to thank the public for having brought that forward, because that has, filled some of those things. And so, as the mayor said, right now we're looking good for today. We're going to get through today. And as the mayor pointed out, the city has 1 site. We're pretty robust out there. We're getting a lot of folks through. That's working really well. We have not maxed out on how many folks that come through there. We can do 250 a day. We've been in the 225 range. And so by opening a second site, we're concerned that would then dilute our resources and we may become actually less efficient. So we're going to stick with the 1 site because it's working well and we haven't maxed out there. And once the supply chain issue from FEMA gets squared away and it's more reliable, we'll then consider going to our second site.